What's up guys, Kizzle here and welcome back to this FIFA 16 Crystal Palace career mode. In today's episode we're going to be playing the final two group games of the International Cup, the pre-season competition. You can see we're taking on Carpi here, the Italian club. Little bit of a rotation side, but still a strong one. If you're wondering why I'm playing such a strong side in this competition, it's because I'm trying to get used to this new formation we're trying out and I want to see how that works with the first team players. But also in this episode, the main thing is going to be improving the squad. We're obviously in pre-season, a lot of transfers in the pipeline really. We're really trying to bolster our team, get some more squad depth, get some quality players in to hopefully push for that European spot next season. But this game then, you know, the main thing you want to do in pre-season is avoid injuries. We didn't manage to do that this game. Jordan Much, who didn't have a lot of game time last year, not sure whether he'll be a first team regular or not. He was injured from that tackle I just showed you and he had to go off. So not the ideal start, but this was a bit better. Dwight Gale picks out Wilfred Zaha, and how about that for a first time finish? It came to him, it was bouncing, it was an awkward one to take first time, but he just head over the ball and just drills it into that top corner. Absolutely no chance for the keeper. An unstoppable strike. Last year he was very, very hit and miss. We're hoping that he can show us exactly what he can do this year. But good skill there from Connor Wickham, gets him the opportunity. Of course, he didn't score any goals in the... well, it's a bit unfair to say that. He made 12 appearances last year. He didn't get on the score sheet. Hasn't really worked out for him here, but... Half-time, triple change pre-season as usual. Sinkrava and Balassi and Vardy this time coming on. Zaha on the bench there looking a little bit disappointed to come off, which understandably so after a goal of that calibre, but what can you do, it's pre-season. And we were hanging on really. You can see Carpi done better in this second half. Had a few chances, we looked vulnerable from set pieces, which is something we need to look out for. But Connor Wickham, how about that for a strike? So unlucky. It just really isn't happening for him here at Palace, and it looks as though he's going to be leaving the club anyway. We're obviously in negotiations with West Brom over a possible move. Jamie Vardy, who hasn't scored yet this pre-season, coming on, running down the channel, hitting the post, hitting the woodwork for us for the second time. But another injury, which is terrible news. This time first teamer Eric Dyer. Obviously his partnership at the back with Kurt Zouma is key. So we're hoping that he won't be out for a long period. As you can see, we're negotiating for Rafinha. We've decided to offer him a contract. Vladimir Darida as well. We had a bid accepted for him. We're trying to undercut players. We don't want to, just give them what they want first up. We want to try and save as much of the wage budget as possible, which is why we're not agreeing to their demands immediately. We had a bid accepted for this man, Fabio Coentrão. Suarez was a bit shaky in some games last season and probably is the weak link in the side as far as I'm concerned. But Coentrão, a player that demands a lot of money. Obviously coming from Real Madrid, he's not going to be overly keen to move to Palace. No disrespect to us, that's only natural. He's at one of the biggest clubs in the world. So we'll offer him what we can and we'll see what happens. You can see confirmation of a couple of departures there, Connor Wickham being one of them. But bad news on the injury front. It's Eric Dyer. He's got a broken ankle and he's going to be out for 3 months of the season. So panic stations, because Dyer and Zouma are our only established centre-backs, really. We've got Innis on the bench, but he's definitely not up to first-team standard yet. He's just 65 rated. So we really do need to go out into the market and find ourselves not just one, really, but 2 decent centre-halves. This man is top of our radar, Yannick Vestergaard from Werder Bremen. We put the bid in for him of 8 million. They've already asked us for 10. We're trying to undercut them a little bit again to save budget, and we decided to go back in for, obviously, we went in last episode for this man, and the offer was accepted from Mark Barcher. We've given him kind of what he wants because we know the importance of bringing him in. We're going to just see if we can dabble a bit. Important first team player. We've actually taken $5,000 off his wage demands in the hope that he will join us. But now, obviously, these negotiations are more important than ever after our recent injury problems. But Alvaro Vidillo declined our offer. He's a player that we had on FIFA 15, as I said. Superb potential, very young, 21 years old from Real Betis. Plays on the right, he's skillful, he can dribble. He's a real good player to have. So we decided to actually give him his demands in the hope that he can join the club. Our £11.5 million bid for Coquelin was now accepted from Arsenal. As we identified in the last episode, he is probably going to be our main transfer target. So if we get the opportunity to bring him in, we certainly will do. We offered him important first team player status, so let's see what he says about that. But we're going to jump into the second game of this episode and the final group stage game of this International Cup. We're playing SV Darmstadt, the German club. And we almost get off to an absolute flyer. It's Joel Ward, of all people, up there getting the shots away on goal, forcing the keeper into a good save. I know pre-season matches aren't the most interesting, so I do try and kind of fly through these highlights, but that one was worth watching over and over again. He was fortunate the way it fell to him, but Heller with an absolute finish to put the German side ahead. He got nailed as he took the shot, but still manages to pick out the very top corner. No chance for the keeper. It's actually Hennessy in goal for this game, I think. We played the same formation, that 4-4-2 with the diamond. It's something we're getting used to. It kind of works, kind of doesn't. Depends on who we're playing. It's difficult because these clubs are nowhere near the type of calibre teams that we'll be playing week in, week out in the Premier League. But you saw a chance for Jonathan Williams, the youngster. He's got to score them. Ryan Innes there as well, showing his inexperience at the back. Looked to have mopped up the danger. Didn't quite get the ball away, and Darmstadt had another chance. But moving it into the last couple of minutes, how about this from your centre-back? Kurt Zuma with an absolute pile driver from 20-25 yards. Super strike. I'm really pleased for him. I didn't know he had that in his locker. Technique was fantastic. He just takes a touch to get it out of his feet and smashes it into the far corner of the net. No chance for the keeper, and that strike was enough to earn us a draw. So of course, with the 2 wins and the draw, we are going to be progressing. Now Norwich, their scouts obviously weren't at that last game, didn't see the chance that this man missed. A superb opportunity. They're going to take him on a short-term loan. We're obviously happy for him to go out. That is the idea, to get these guys some first-team football. Rafinha declining our offer. I'm saying he wants a bigger role in the squad, which is understandable. We offered him squad rotation last time, I think. This time, we offered him what he wanted and important first-team player status. Derrida saying he doesn't think that the move suits him. That's fine. If that's the reason he's given for declining our contract, then we will just stop negotiations with him. Marco Sau is a player we're very interested in. We sent an inquiry, they asked for 10, we're going to offer 8, try and save ourselves a bit of money, but obviously striker is not a priority position. I know he's a centre forward, that's not the position that we're desperate to replace someone at. Mark Bartra actually rejected our £65,000 a week offer, so we went back, offered him what he wanted, crucial first team player status as well. And after we improved our wage demands for Alvaro Vidal, you can see he decided to accept our terms and conditions, and he is the first player joining the club in this pre-season. So we were pleased with that. Our bid for 8 million for Yannick Vestergaard was rejected from Werder Bremen, so we decided to up it to 9. They valued him at 10, of course, so hopefully they will accept that. And Coquelin rejected our offer as well. Now we kind of realised that we're running out of time this pre-season. I don't want to be left chasing last-minute deals, so we give him what he wants and crucial first-team player status. Lots and lots of negotiating here. Marco Sau, wage demands of 60k a week. We'll offer him 55. Just trying to save money here and there where we can while still improving the squad. Rafinha once again rejects our contract offer. So this time we just offer him crucial first-team player status. Whether he'll be that or not, I don't know. At the moment, he probably would be sitting in there with Cabaye. We haven't really signed any other midfielders yet with real quality, but we offered him that. We can always pull out the deal if we decide not to go ahead with it. But we've got one more group stage. Oh, actually, we haven't. We're into the semi-final now, aren't we, against Empoli. So, be an interesting game. Mario Rui obviously plays for these. He's a player that we've been negotiating with for the last 2 seasons and haven't been able to sign him. And you see on the top scorers list in this competition, Marco Sau is joint top scorer. So that's an interesting statistic as we look to negotiate him. But that's going to bring this episode to a close, guys. Drop a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook and all that jazz. And we'll see you in the next episode.